Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about my goals for 2025. 2025 is coming quickly. I feel like this month has flown by. I hope it slows down next week around Christmas, just so it can really feel like the holidays. But I feel like I need to start really honing down on what I want my goals to be next year. I have split this video into different sections. So I have personal, health, social, financial, and reading goals. I will be putting each goal kind of title on the screen along with my bullet points. I've tried to keep it pretty simple and straight to the point. I don't really want any vagueness because I feel like that will allow me to kind of veer off my goal or possibly not complete my goal next year. Before we get started, I did make goals for this year, but due to circumstances earlier in the year, I kind of fell off of everything, my journaling, all of it altogether. So I will be uploading a video setting up my reading journal. So if that's something you guys are interested in, subscribe because that video should be coming out fairly soon. But today we are just going to be talking about my goals. I wouldn't say a lot, but I have a few for each category. The first category we are going to start with is personal. So let's talk about my personal goals for 2025. So when I was thinking about personal goals, the first thing that came to mind was journaling. I really enjoyed journaling earlier this year. I would do the sleeping chart, so how many hours of sleep I was getting each night. And I was also doing a mood chart for each day. How did I feel? I really enjoyed looking at my day like that because I'm the type of person that if I have a bad afternoon, I automatically think my whole day was bad. That's not the case. So I feel like doing the journaling really helped me to oversee my entire day and really think about how I felt. What were the good parts? What were the bad parts? So journaling every day is something I'm going to get back to. I also made a reading kind of like library in that reading journal where I could fill out whenever I finished a book, and I really enjoyed doing that. So just as a whole, I want to get back into journaling, making lists, making goals for the week. That helped me stay more motivated and more on top of my schedule. The next goal is something that I thought of kind of last minute and only because I just started recently doing this, and that's making a bucket list or a mood board or a vision board for each season / holiday. Now, this really sticks out with the bigger holidays like Halloween time / fall and like Christmas time. I really want to try and do more things. They don't have to be expensive things. It could be getting some hot chocolate and watching movies. And that's something that I've really realized the last, I would say like 3 months, is I've been going out and doing more fun things. I still love being home and being in my own space and reading, but I also really enjoy going to a pumpkin patch, taking photos, going through corn mazes. Like, they're not important things, but they are important to making me happy and feeling like I'm doing things around the season. Same with this month. Actually this video will be coming out soon, but gingerbread houses and going to see Christmas lights, drinking hot chocolate, watching movies. Those kind of things really bring joy in my life, and it gives me something to look forward to. So bucket list, mood board, vision board, I want to do that more this upcoming year. Then we have a new rule that I actually found. I think it was on TikTok, actually. I was trying to look for ideas of goals that I wanted to achieve or maybe things that I could incorporate into my everyday life. And I found a no phone in bed goal. I think this would be great. 2 nights ago, I hung up on a call with my boyfriend and I told myself I was going to read. I ended up being on my phone for 30 minutes and then went to bed. So I do not want to go on my phone when I'm in bed. If I'm on the phone, I'll stay up. Once that call has ended, I will go lay in bed. If I'm not tired, I will read. But I do not want to be on my phone in bed. I just feel like I would get more reading done. I'd get more sleep. In the mornings, I would be getting up earlier. So that's something new that I want to try, and I really want to be cautious of this upcoming year, is not being on my phone in bed, let alone like a lot, but just in bed specifically. Then we get into getting up earlier and getting ready. So it's kind of like a mixture of two goals. I get up for work and I get ready within 30 minutes and I go to work. That's fine. If I wake up earlier than that, I tend to be ready before work. But this upcoming year, I really want to try to put more effort into my clothes and into my look. Not that it matters, but it just makes me feel better about myself throughout the day. I feel more put together. So getting up earlier, if you didn't know, I'm a physical therapist assistant. So I work in a clinic. I wear comfy clothes because I am doing exercises all day with people. So it makes sense, but I also have cute clothes that I could wear, like businessy, like clothes that I could wear. So I do really want to put a little bit more effort into getting ready in the mornings. We'll see. Hopefully this will be a goal I can achieve. Even if it's just one more day during my work week, it doesn't have to be every single day, but I just want to be trying a little bit harder. That was my last goal for personal. Let's move into health goals, because that was kind of mixed into my personal and then I split them up. My first health goal is drinking more water. This is always a goal of mine, all the time, but I just want to write it down. I don't know how many ounces I want to achieve each day. That'll go in my reading journal or my everyday journal when I put that up. But right now the goal is to just drink more water. I'm not someone that drinks pop a lot. I don't drink a lot of flavored things. So water is primarily what I drink, but during the work week it's hard because I don't have my water with me when I'm with patients all day. So I have like 5 minutes to drink water every hour, and I just am not drinking as much as I want. So drinking more water is my first health goal. The next goal is to maintain my weight or lose weight. So I just want to be happy and feeling comfortable in my skin with what I'm wearing, how I'm feeling. So that's really the goal. I do really want to just try to maintain or lose weight to where I feel more energetic, and I am already feeling like that, but more energetic, more comfortable and confident. The next goal is walking or exercising 2 to 3 times a week, maybe more than that. Definitely walking or jogging, because I have my marathons coming up in February for Run Disney, 5K, 10K, half marathon. What am I doing? I need to start training. So I love walking. Walking is one of my favorite things, honestly. Listening to an audiobook and walking, I could do that for 3 miles. And usually when I do go on walks, it's usually 3 miles. So I just want to push myself to actually do it. It's the getting up and going. Once I'm there, I'm good. I'm enjoying it. But it's telling myself, you are gonna come home, you're gonna change, and you're gonna go walk. So walking, exercising, some form of fitness, I want to start doing that at least 2 times a week, if not 4. Like, I really want to try to do better. Then this is a new goal that I'm adding this year, and that's just stretching for 10 to 20 minutes every day. 10 minutes out of my day is not long. 20 minutes out of my day, not long. Totally doable. But I do want to start stretching more. It's good for you. It's so good for you. And so many people don't realize that, and they don't think to stretch, but that's something I want to do. I used to be so flexible. I played so many sports, and I've just lost that over the years. So I want to take 10 to 20 minutes out of my day and just stretch. Take that time for myself, even if it's coming home from work and just decompressing, doing some stretches, and then getting into my afternoon. That's kind of what my goal is, health-wise, for 2025. Next are my social goals. This was actually quite difficult for me to come up with because I never want to expect a ton and then be disappointed. So they're very simple, but yet I really do want to achieve these goals. The first one, uploading consistently, whether that's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, my Bookstagram, Whatever it is, I want to just stick to a schedule. I've done really well with YouTube, but the thing is I upload very much in real time. I'm filming this, it will be uploaded in 2 days. I need to get a better schedule of where I'm not rushing so much for ideas. This idea was planned, but just filming it was kind of pushed and pushed because I'm filming other videos as well. So I just want to be more on top of it. And I used to be. Earlier this year, I remember I had several videos like ready to go, and I'm hoping that I can kind of keep to that same schedule this next year. If I do run out of time or I end up doing something one weekend, I'm not struggling to get a video up the next upload, if that makes sense. My next goal is YouTube, and that is reaching 1K. I have gained so many subscribers in the last like 2 months. It is mind-blowing, and I'm so appreciative, and I really want to get to that 1K. I love it. I put so much effort, and it's something I enjoy. Like, I love sitting down and filming, going out and filming, reading. I love reading. So the fact that it's kind of paying off and people watching me are enjoying it, I just love that feeling. So I really hope that I can stay consistent and find good enough videos that more people subscribe and I reach 1,000 subscribers in 2025. The last goal is kind of similar to posting consistently. It's just posting on my book Instagram a lot more. I feel like it's the last social media I kind of think about because I don't take that many pictures of my books. I feel like every time I upload a video or anytime I'm out, I just need to take more photos. I take a book everywhere with me. I just don't think to capture those moments to then upload them onto my book Instagram. So I want to do better about that. The last section we have before my reading goals is financial goals. I always make financial goals. Do I always achieve them? Not necessarily. I'm really trying. So my first financial goal is just to double my savings. I'd really like to start saving more. I went on so many trips last year. No, so many trips this year. I went to Florida in February and Florida in October. I went to Las Vegas in May and again in July, I think. I went twice. And then I went to 2 concerts. Like, I did so much traveling and I loved every second of it. I thrive on traveling and going places, but that means I also was spending more money, which is fine. I'm doing it while I'm young before I can't do it anymore. But I would really love to start saving a little bit more. I have a few trips coming up. I have Europe in January, which I have not talked about, but Europe in January, and then again Disney in February for my marathons again. So after that trip, I really don't have anything planned the rest of the year. It probably won't stay like that, but right now, February is my last trip. So after that, I'm really honing in on working as much as I can, saving up. Even if I do end up traveling later in the year, I just really want to focus on saving for right now. Another goal is paying off one of my debts. I don't use credit cards a lot, but I still use them. So I'd really like to get those down, pay off one before I go back to Disney or something like that. Then we have working as much as possible. I'm kind of already doing that. I work 2 jobs already, and I'm thinking about adding a day at the clinic next year. We'll see if it happens. If it does, it's just Mondays for a few hours, but that way I can make a little bit more money and I will still be helping with my second job catering. So really just working. That's kind of what I'm shooting for this year. The next goal is making a weekly budget. I really don't spend that much money throughout the week. They're kind of random purchases. If I end up owning a coffee, if I end up going to Barnes and I buy 3 books, they're not planned purchases. Groceries, I really don't eat a lot of meals. I'm more of like a snacker or small meat and cheese thing at lunch. Like, I don't make a lot of meals, so I don't get a lot of groceries. That's not one of my consistent purchases every week. So just being a little bit more cautious with how much I'm spending each week. Even if I do end up going to the mall, I just don't need to go to the mall and then also spend money later in the week as well, It's kind of one or the other. Keep it to a certain amount. The last kind of goal I thought about is like an emergency fund, and I have this binder that my mom got me last year for Christmas, like saving money. So it's like 1 to 100, and you pick a folder. If it's 5, you put $5 in. If it's 75, you put $75 in. So I really want to start cashing out my checks and filling up that binder because I just don't have cash ever. That binder really doesn't get used, and I would love to use it and save that money for like emergency money. If I have an issue with a car or a phone or my camera or anything like that, I can go into that emergency fund and use that. If I don't end up using it, I just keep saving it and saving it. Once that binder's full, I'll then deposit that in my savings and start it over. So I really want to utilize that binder that I was given to save more money. Getting into my last goal, my reading goals, of course. I definitely have a lot of reading goals for this year. I have them written down. The first one is the obvious. I want to read 100 books in 2025. That is my goal. That was my goal this year. If you saw end of the year book tag, I talked about how many books I read this year. My goal is now 100, and I hope to achieve that in 2025. I was definitely on the right track the first 3 months of this year, so I think I will hit that, if not more, next year. But we'll see. The next reading goal I have is to read 50% of my TBR. That is a video that will be coming up, going through my whole physical TBR, talking about the books, possibly unhauling some books. So if you like unhauls, that will be in there. We'll discuss how many books are on my physical TBR, hopefully all the books that I'll be able to read next year. Some series I would like to finish in 2025 would be Kingdom of the Wicked. I've only read the first book. I think I rated it 3 stars, but Sarah Caroli, if you haven't watched her, she has mentioned that series and she really enjoyed it, so I think I just need to give the second book a shot. So Kingdom of the Wicked was the first series. The second one is actually the series I'm reading, The Prison Healer. I'm on the first book, almost done, but I don't have the other 2 books, so I'm gonna have to purchase those, and I really do want to finish that series next year, probably even in January, because I am loving The Prison Healer. The next series would be the Chestnut Spring series. I've only read the first book, so I've heard amazing things about the rest of them, so I really do want to get into the rest of those series. And then the last book series I kind of saw on my shelf that I haven't finished is the Shatter Me series. I am currently on Defy Me. That's the next book I have to read. I also have the Twisted series, so I guess there's 2 series right there I just thought of. Twisted series and the Shatter Me series. Those are really not high on my priorities, but if I could finish those series, I would be happy. Some challenges I want to do next year. I've never done reading goals like challenge wise, so I'm really excited to maybe get some of these done. The first challenge, I want to do a 24-hour reading challenge. I adore doing that. I read like 5 books in one day. It's just I have to find a day that I can do it, and that's the hard part. So 24-hour reading challenge. I want to also do a week challenge, like reading fantasy for a week, but not reading the same book for a week. I really want to try to like read multiple fantasy books in one week. It could be fantasy, it could be romance, it could be thriller, whatever it may be. I want to try doing a video where I'm reading the same genre for a week. And then the last challenge I saw that I think would be so fun is 12 books, 12 friends. So 12 friends pick out a book that you have and you read it. They might know what the book is about, they might not, but they'll say, I want you to read that book. You read that book and you see how you feel about it. I think that would be really fun. And a few of my friends have gotten into reading, so that's exciting. And I think that would be a good video and different. Like, I haven't seen anyone do that. Another thing that I really want to do next year is my sister recently got into reading. I think it would be fun if we both read the same book. Kind of talked about it. I put it in a video. Maybe I go over to her house some days and we just sit and read and then we talk about it together. I think that would be really fun because she is a newer reader and I'm definitely not a newer reader, so just seeing our different opinions and thoughts I think would be very interesting. If you have any recommendations for any other challenges you'd like to see, let me know. I would love to do them. I love doing them. It really makes me want to read, so I enjoy it. That is it for all of my goals for 2025 as of right now. Who knows if they'll change or anything like that, if I'll add on to any of them. Right now, that is what I have. I will be again making my reading journal / everyday journal in an upcoming video, so you'll see those goals again and how I list them and how I put them on the page to really encourage me to meet those goals. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more content. I would love to know if you guys have any reading goals or any goals in general for this upcoming year. Maybe I can add them onto mine. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!